What if I told you that anything you want to achieve, you could achieve it right now? You are fully capable of achieving anything you want to. Now, if someone catches me on a bad day and says that to me, I would tell them to shut up. But I'm really hoping I've caught you on a good day, and I really hope that this video does something for you. So without further ado, hi, my name is Scola, and you are beautiful. Back to my channel. So if you watched my video from earlier this week, you guys will know that there are a few changes here on my channel, and to kick off those changes, I wanted to let you guys in a little bit more and just open up about some of the stuff that I've been through the past year that I really haven't told you guys, or actually told many people in my personal life at all. This has been such a difficult and dark year that I just love hearing uplifting stories and people that made it out the other side okay. But I do want to take a moment to send so much love and positivity and healing energy to anybody that's been through something really difficult this year and is still going through it. Just keep going, and I know things must seem really tough right now, but it gets better. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about how I went from working in care and also randomly working for Amazon last year due to the panorama, to now running my own business, being self-employed, having flexibility with my time, being happy, content. It's actually, don't. If I cry already, I'm only, no, Scola, what? Oh, do you know what? I just got filled with so much gratitude. The gratitude just like welled up. Like even where I'm standing right now, like I'm standing in my own flat. I've got so much, and not even like physically, things that are intangible as well. That's so important. What a year it's been, bloody hell. Okay, before I get into the nitty-gritty of the story, if the energy feels right, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, and comment down below. Introduce yourself, let me know who you are, let me know what made you click on this video today. Let's get into this little story. So I just thought I should start off with my sort of history, how I got to be where I am now, but like way back, if that makes sense, and then tell like the story from the past year. So if you're new to my channel, you get to hear everything, and if you've been here a while, I hope you don't mind me rehashing everything that you probably already know. Anyway, so I've been making videos on this channel for 10 years, and I started doing that when I was in school. So once I finished school at the age of 18, I was planning on going to university. Unfortunately, I could not go to university because I am an immigrant, okay? I was originally born in Zimbabwe, and I moved here to England when I was about 5 years old, and so it meant that the visa I had, I actually couldn't get student finance, and so I was in a position where I was like, what do? I have just been following my spirit, my purpose, and I've just been going with the flow. So I decided to qualify as a personal trainer because I'd already been through my health and fitness journey here on my channel, and I was sharing that with you guys, and I wanted to make sure that I was qualified, and if I was going to continue doing this, I was giving out the best help I could. Started training people in a gym, out and about, teaching classes as well, but also continuing with my videos. And that's sort of like what's kept me going over the past few years. I'm now 25. I'm now an old lady. I'm kidding. So I've been doing that for the past few years, but being self-employed is very hard, guys. I don't come from a wealthy background whatsoever. My family moved here in hopes of a better life, and instead we just got rain. Why am I wearing a coat in June? But things have been very up and down. There are times where I've actually had to go and take on other jobs and do bits and bobs, and I'm sure anybody that's ever been freelance, self-employed understands that things can get tough. Things are very up and down, and you're really lucky if you manage to get to a point where things are stable. Yeah, it has been a struggle over the past few years, and I've never been in a position where, I don't know, I felt like I was doing super duper well, like in terms of being able to move on to some of the bigger milestones in my life, in terms of like moving out and that kind of thing. I'd just been living at home with my mum. I've always lived at home with my mum for the past 25 years, except for now. You can tell I'm not living with my mum. Nothing was really changing for me, I'm not gonna lie. And one of the toughest things I went through was I got diagnosed with a condition called hypothyroidism, and it has affected my life in many ways. I always talk about it. I found it really difficult to do what I love, what I'm most passionate about. This condition was literally designed to ruin my life. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kidding, it wasn't. It was designed to make me stronger. It was designed to challenge me. It was designed for me to see different perspectives, and that is how I see it now, which is such a blessing. And so with this condition, I wasn't being as consistent with my work. I was fatigued. I couldn't actually train people anymore, so I stopped training people in person. I just stuck to the videos because at least on the days I had energy, I was feeling well, I could make the videos, I could carry on the work. But then it started affecting this. When I show up for you guys, I want to be my best self. And yes, I want to be realistic, show you guys that I have times when I don't feel great. I have times when I am down. For me personally, I make the decision that I want this to be a positive space that you guys come to, and I was no longer able to do that. I just was in such a bad way, and it's really affected my channel in general because I wasn't being consistent. I wasn't showing up in the way I wanted to. Going into 2020, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't in the best place. I was struggling. I was considering other options because it just didn't feel like this was growing. It didn't feel like things were going well. Again, that reminder, click that like button, comment down below if you're enjoying the video so far, because it does really help if you are enjoying this. Things were starting to pick up. Things were starting to get a little bit better, and then bam, the world stopped. My mom got COVID right at the beginning. She's a nurse and she was struggling. And so I spent most of the first lockdown just looking after my mum. Progressively, as the months went on, things just got harder and harder. And I was like, I'm gonna have to look at other options of what I could do with my life. And I decided that I would apply to become a live-in carer. How I came to choose this is that a lot of people in my family have worked in care. It's one of those things for us when we moved to the country. It was just a really easy job to get. It's one of those jobs that not many people want to do, unfortunately. And so I knew getting a job in care would be fairly easy, but even care jobs were being taken up by the fact that people were being let go in other industries, like the travel industry, for example. So even care jobs, like in care homes, they were taken up. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do live-in care because not everyone wants to leave home and go and live with somebody else and care for them 24/7. It is a lot. I really enjoyed this whole YouTube thing that I've been doing, but I think I'm gonna have to just look at other career options, because if I work in care, then I could just look at different avenues. I could go and become a nurse like my mum, or do something like that. And that was sort of my thinking at the time, like, do you know what? I've had my time. Let me go do this. And so that was sort of my plan. But at the same time, I had this feeling in my heart where I was like, I have been living in the same place, doing the same thing for 25 years. I'd been living in a small village with my mum since we moved there. I was gonna say 25 years, 20 years. In the same place, and I just felt so stuck. I felt so stagnant. I was like, something needs to change, something needs to be spiced up. I've had so many amazing experiences, I've done so many amazing things, but essentially I have been in the same place having the same experiences as well, if that makes sense. And I was like, I just want to change, I want to move out. So I decided that I am going to move out and I'm going to see how I'm going to make this happen. So I was like, cool, I'm going to get this care job and keep in mind, when you're a live-in carer, you have to work for 2 weeks. You are living with somebody else for the majority of the time. So you can have different rotas where you can work for like 2 weeks, 4 weeks. The longer the better, just for the actual client, because you don't want them to have loads of different people rotating through. So the longer you can stay with them, the better, but obviously you do get time off. So my idea was like, okay, I am gonna work in care for 2 weeks, and then the other 2 weeks I am going to work for Amazon. Got a job at Amazon, guys, so random. So then the 2 weeks I'm home in my own flat, at least I can still be working, and that's how I was gonna do it. It was ridiculous. Like, when I thought about it, I was like, I won't even get to experience living on my own half the time because I'll be away. And I know it made no sense, but I was like, I want this thing so badly. I am going to make it happen. Okay, and it's at this point I actually want to put out there that I hate people looking down on certain jobs. I hate people seeing certain jobs as less, and this is not what I am doing. One was my purpose and one wasn't. That is simply how I see it. Working in care wasn't my purpose in this role. I have worked in care before. I've worked with young adults with disabilities, and that felt more like enriching for me. Okay, so I disappeared a little bit because I've got all this amazing new filming equipment and I hadn't charged every single one up completely. I got new lights, I got a new mic, so I hope everything sounds great. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into like why everything is fresh and new here on this channel because it's so exciting. But anyway, I was at the point where I was talking about working in care, making sure that you don't see any jobs as any less. This is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it wasn't my purpose, and that is why I'm saying I went from working in care to working as a self-employed content creator slash personal trainer slash anything I want to be, because anything is possible. Whee! Freeze frame. So I was working in care and then ended up moving, and then I was also working at Amazon at the same time and doing all these things, and then I opened up to people about what was going on. And I think this is a really important point I want to say in this video, is that my nose is dripping, so I'm just gonna keep rubbing it, but that's not the point that I want to make. I need a tissue. I'm so gross. But anyway, open up about your issues, talk about them. I'm the type of person, when I'm going through something, I don't always like everybody to know about it, especially you guys. I don't always open up in videos, but I spoke to people about it, and speaking about it brought about an amazing opportunity for me. And this is why, for me personally, I truly believe that you can achieve anything you want to achieve, and anything you want, you can do it. You just have to believe you can do it. And yes, this comes into the whole law of attraction, manifestation, all of that kind of stuff. Law of assumption as well, which I've learned about recently. Let me know if you want me to talk more about that. But that's truly how this happened, because honestly, you guys, the amount of things that have happened in my life where I haven't had to plan and strategize for them well in advance, like it just happens. It just happens, and it's just because I have this optimistic, hopeful view where just sometimes I want something so bad. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I just decide I want to do it. I just wanted a flat. I just wanted to live in a city. I just wanted to have that amazing experience. I wanted my own home office. I wanted all of this. And I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna make it possible, even if I have to work in care and I'm not even here half the time, work for Amazon, waking up early, doing all these crazy things, all of these things that just weren't my path, weren't my purpose. So that's where I was at, and as I said, I opened up to somebody and I was like, this is what's going on, and they're like, I think I know of something that could help you out. And I was like, ooh. I looked into it and I applied and I got it. And I know you're like, what did you apply to? What are you talking about, you slag? Basically, I applied to the YouTube Black Creator Fund. So it's a fund created to support Black creators. It's a whole program that we've been doing for the past 6 months, and we'll be carrying on until the end of the year, I believe. And it has changed my life. If I cry, don't do it. It's all coming at once because I don't really talk about it. I haven't really spoken about it. And even when I got the news, I remember trying to like hold it in and keep it together. I applied to this fund, and YouTube has been such a wonderful place for me. You guys' support for my channel has been amazing. I've done all these things and I can't comprehend it. Like, my channel's not even like the biggest kind of channel you can have. Scola, actually keep it together. Do you know what? Get a tissue. Get a tissue. We can't do this. Do you know what's crazy? I've just walked into the ensuite toilet. That's not even my ensuite, that's my office ensuite toilet. I've got another toilet upstairs. What do I need 2 toilets for? It's just ridiculous. It's all too much. You know what? I do get a little bit worried sometimes sharing all this good stuff because evil eye exists. I've experienced it actually when I've shared some really good news and then everything goes wrong. So we've got good energy going on here. Don't you dare try it. Okay, I've sprayed my sage, so I'm protected. It's all good. So I applied to this fund and I got it, and it's enabled me to invest back into this channel, think about what I want to do moving forward, and it's given me more than anything confidence and hope, because that's what I'd lost with this channel. It's been so long and I love it and I want to do it for the rest of my life if that's even possible. But being an older channel, especially a channel that never started with the intention of like, I want to be a massive YouTuber and I want to make this a business, you start to lose confidence in yourself. Like, maybe this isn't a good place for me anymore because it's just filled up with so many people who just know what they're doing and what's going on. And I've always been like, I'm just here for a good time. That's sort of my story, but I think I've missed out a huge chunk because I sort of rushed to the end. I started really strong and went in with so much detail, but this last section, what I wanted to tell you guys and what I wanted to drive home is not to give up and to keep going, because as much as I've been inconsistent, as much as I have lost hope and I've been demotivated, I haven't believed in myself, I've never given up. I've always been like, oh, do you know what? One last go. Let's keep going. Even when it comes to my weight loss, she's chunky again. She is thick. She is chunky again. Do you know what? It won't be forever because I don't give up. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to don't give up, and always keep your dreams alive, because I think that is one thing I've always been a dreamer. I remember going through really tough things during my childhood, like losing our house and, you know, at times living in a like broken household. I don't know how to explain that one, but, and I remember I just like, I wasn't even there. In my head, I was running across the grass of a beautiful big house, playing with my friends and my family. Everything was happy, everything was good. Like, I wasn't in that place where everything was going wrong. I was always in a better place in my head, and I think that has always been an amazing mindset for manifesting the reality you actually want, even if you don't believe in the whole manifestation thing and all that kind of stuff. All my crystals are kind of freaking you out and stuff in the background there. Know that a positive mindset and persevering and keeping going is always going to be better than not. And as soon as I started the YouTube Black Creator class of 2021 and I wasn't working in care anymore, I wasn't working for Amazon anymore, I just broke down. That is when I truly gave myself time and a chance to heal. That's why my uploads have been a bit all over the place this year. I can't ignore the fact that I have over 700 videos on my channel, so I've been working hard. I've been putting in that work to make this happen and make this my life. So I'd love to go into the intricacies of, you know, how everything aligns together: hard work, positive thinking, manifestation. It's one of those things where I guess a lot of you guys must watch content creators talking about, you know, their successes and stuff, and it feels like it's only possible if you're in this kind of job. You know, I don't want to tell her story because it's still a work in progress. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this because she's very one of those people who likes to be low-key until things are worked out. But my sister moved back from Korea last year, and when she got back, she wanted to get her dream job, and she just got her dream job. I'm saying this because not everyone wants to really have a dream job, like work. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like the new trend. Like, I don't want to work for a living. I don't want to work no more. I don't have a dream job. She was teaching English in Korea. Now she's back and she just got it. And the way she got that job, pure positive thinking, manifestation, and similar to me, talking about it and being open with those around her, because the people around you can really open doors for you. And if you don't open up and tell them like, hey, this is going on and I really need this, like, no one will know. So that's one thing I've really learned as well. So it's not just a thing that happens with my job, like it can happen whatever you want to do, promotions, whatever it is. Anyway, I feel like I've been rambling so long. I hope you guys enjoyed this different kind of video. Let me know if you want me to do more stories about this, talk more about this in my videos. If you had any specific questions about anything I missed out, do comment down below, because I was a bit all over the place, wasn't I? I was. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and like this video. If you've never commented on one of my videos, just do it. Just do it, okay? I don't know why I keep doing this. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that you are beautiful and that you can achieve anything you want to achieve. I'll talk to you later. Bye.